If they're not even dedicated to their own success, are you supposed to be dedicated to their success? Am I supposed to be dedicated to their success? They don't even want to win. And the time that you'd spend arguing with somebody like that, just do something else. Just do anything else. The point I mean to make to you is a polite one, but just schedule it with yourself, If you only slept 7 hours and you fucking made it 60 more years, it's only 372,550 some hours. It ain't 400. Some of that time you spend taking a shit or something, or, brushing your teeth, and it's not going to be fully committed to your joys or passions of your life, And I would hazard to say that I bet you're going to have a lot more fun in the next decade of your life, between 30 and 40, than you're going to have in the last decade of your life, between 80 and 90, or 70 and 80, and so on, You're going to have a lot more fun, less aches and pains, a bit more vibrancy in your spirit. So I just wouldn't waste that time, If you're, to the extent that you're having that little bit of hesitation, perfectly human, perfectly normal, but it's not going to get you exceptional outcomes, and you got very limited time. When you start thinking about your time in hours, and that'll shift your... How many of you never even thought about that before? How many hours are you going to be alive? How many of you never even thought about that before? I bet you, yeah. I was thinking about this when we were talking the other day, we're talking about years of investment in business stuff, and in the back of my head, I'm like, it sounds too gloomy right now, but how many hours you got and how many you want to allocate to somebody else's something, If you don't find a lot of joy in what you're doing, probably you're supposed to be doing something else, So just think about that, and it's made a shift for me. It's made a shift in my thinking. When I'm a little bit annoyed with somebody, I just think, I don't have to talk to this person. It'll happen this week. It'll happen this week. Somebody here they're going to go fuck off tonight. They're going to make a half-ass effort. They're going to come back with some half-ass excuse. And I'm going to listen to a couple of words, and I'm just going to talk to the next person. I'm not going to waste my time with that person. I'm not going to waste the group's time with that person. It'll happen by tomorrow, for sure. And how much of our life should we waste with somebody if they want to make a half-ass effort, and then they want to make half-ass excuses and not even identify the flawed thinking and the flawed behavior to modify the behavior to have a better outcome? If they're not even dedicated to their own success, are you supposed to be dedicated to their success? Am I supposed to be dedicated to their success? They don't even want to win. And the time that you'd spend arguing with somebody like that, just do something else. Just do anything else. Just learn to do a dance move, make a funny noise or something. Go to YouTube and find funny noise videos. That'd be more fun than wasting your life with somebody that they don't even want to do anything, So when you meet their female counterpart, just same thing, So I think, two core thoughts that come to mind is regarding what you said is if you're hesitating a bit, stop that shit. You know who you are. You got a good sense at age 30, and we spent time together before. I have a good sense of who you are. You have a good sense of who you are. You're not one of these wandering buffoons, one of these jellyfish people that's just washing away in the ocean. Just share that. Just be a bit more shameless of sharing who you are or what you're up to, and let people self-select. Let the people that are supposed to spend time with you, let them be excited and delighted to do so. And if they're not, somebody else will be. And if they're not, somebody else will be. And if they're not, somebody else will be. And the more you could push, the firmer parts of your personality out early, people are going to like you more. Not everybody, but the right ones. The right ones are going to like you more. And the other ones you don't give a fuck about anyway. And I don't wish those people harm necessarily. A couple of them I probably do, but most of them I don't. Most of them I really don't. I'm just utterly indifferent. Just utterly indifferent that we shouldn't waste our time with them. Got better things to do. Better things to do. So I just think about those couple thoughts. Don't put your personality out there more aggressively, more assertively. And if somebody don't like it, somebody else will. There's nothing wrong with you. You're not a fucking weirdo. You're not a creep. You're not a freak. To the extent everybody that's interesting is a bit of a weirdo. Everybody that's interesting is a bit of a weirdo. But, not in a bad way necessarily, So, lead with those parts and find the type of person that would appreciate you, that And if not, what are you spending time with them for? And so I just cut that hesitation out just a bit. Just have a talk with yourself about that. It's not me scolding you and telling you to do it, but I think if you took those couple of thoughts and scolded yourself a bit, it's like, well, how many hours do you want to waste with the wrong people? And Warren Buffett, he just hit $100 billion for the first time. Now, he gave away tens of billions of dollars, so, there's that number, I'm sure that's a nice landmark in the guy's life. I think there's also things that are more important to him than the money, that he gave away tens of billions of dollars already and is going to give away most of what he has. He just likes making money. I can relate to that. But how much of that would he pay? How much of $100 billion would he pay to be 30? He's 90 right now. How much of $100 billion would he pay to trade places with you?
Probably all of it, most of it.
At least 99.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you? If you were 90 years old, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you trade places with him?
No.
Would you trade your age for his age, or your circumstances for his, knowing you're at the end of your life? Think about how valuable that time is. If you didn't like this video, please feel free to unfollow. My clients and I celebrate when the wrong person leaves our lives. But if you did like this video, if you're a person that's dedicated to success, dedicated to a better life, make sure you like and subscribe. I have a lot more to share with you. I look forward to seeing you at one of my live events in the future, or as a client on one of my paid mentoring programs.